What is up, YouTube fam? Robbie C here. Today we are talking about a Black Friday holiday shopping guide for all of you lovely people. So happy Thanksgiving to you. We got to ask the most important question of the day. How are you doing today, Nathan? Are you having a good one?
So catch me if I fall.
So this is our third year doing this. The whole heart of this video is, especially if you're a disc golfer and you're looking to treat yourself for the holidays, use this as an excuse. Go treat yourself. Get something nice. But if you are a disc golfer and you have people in your life that have no idea what to get you because you do some weird hobby of frolicking around in the woods, throwing plastic circles around and hitting trees and getting frustrated, this is a great video to send to your significant other, to your loved ones, and be like, hey, Grandma Jean, I know you don't know anything about like disc golf, but here's a little video and some ideas and shopping suggestions that you can go for. So if you're watching, hey Grandma Jean, glad you're here. So we want to come up with a couple options for a disc golfer in your life that you can buy as gift opportunities. Obviously Black Friday, if you're watching this, Grandma Jean, probably already happened, but for some people we have some Black Friday options occurring that will be going down tomorrow if you're watching this day of, as well as some great options that you can look at for the holidays. Of course, the classic one that we got to talk about, Frisbees. The beautiful thing about disc golf is that there is always a new Frisbee on the market. New Frisbees and different plastic types are coming out on a regular basis. Now, as disc golfers, we have different discs that do different things. This Defender is a disc going to go pretty far left, whereas something like the Inner Core, which is different, you can see there are some variances here. An Inner Core is a putter, so this one's going to be a lot straighter. It's not going to go as far as the Defender might, depending on who's throwing it. And so the disc golfer in your life has certain discs that they really like, and so buying them different discs can be a great option for them to try out new stuff, but you may end up buying them a disc that they don't necessarily like. So gift cards, always a great option, especially here at foundationdiscs.com. You can definitely get gift cards so that they can go choose the Frisbees they want. But if you see a really pretty one or one that looks really cool, there are lots to browse out there on the internet. It can always be a fun surprise, and the disc golfer in your life may find a Frisbee or a disc that they just never would have bought on their own, and it becomes a new classic for them. Now, if you really do want to buy discs for your disc golfer, mystery boxes, one of the greatest ways to really dive in and find a great option. Now, on Black Friday here at Foundation, we're going to have a ton of mystery boxes available, which is going to be pretty sick. Mystery boxes are exactly what they sound like. You're going to pay a flat fee, and they're going to take a variety of discs, put them in the box. These boxes can have a theme to them. Sometimes they can be random discs, but we know that most mystery boxes out there in the world, especially the ones we have here on Foundation, are going to have a couple discs in there that are super, super high quality, and they're all going to be good discs. We're not going to give you some ratty disc in a mystery box that is just like the dogs were chewing on it and we can't sell it, so here you go, hope you enjoy. No, they're going to be great quality discs, and mystery boxes are truly such a great way to say, hey, I'm going to get the loved one in my life or this person a great number of discs, and for value, I rarely have ever come across any mystery box that isn't worth it just in terms of the number of discs that are packed in there. So lots of different options for mystery boxes there in the world, but can be a really great opportunity. I know people that get a mystery box every year for their loved one, and the loved one always enjoys it. So great opportunity to try Frisbees out. Now, this is probably the priciest option on this whole entire list, and that is one particular Frisbee, and you're like, oh, Mr. YouTube man, that doesn't look any different, but let me introduce you to Tech Disc. Tech Disc, you got this wonderful little reader on the bottom. You can see that it's like a little puck sitting on the disc. What this puck does is it connects to your phone to a free app, and you are going to have the opportunity to throw this Tech Disc, and it gives a read on how much speed you threw it with, how much spin was put into the disc, what angle the disc was thrown on, if you threw it on this much hyzer or you threw it on this much anhyzer, if you threw it actually flat. Really great read and a training tool to help the disc golfer in your life really take their game to the next level and get immediate feedback. Oftentimes when we're trying to improve as disc golfers, we have to head out to the field, we have to head out to the course and see how the disc is flying, but it's really hard to just know after I throw the disc what actually happened on the throw. So Tech Disc, kind of like a ball golf, like a speed reader, is going to give a great insight into what you're actually doing. Now this, like I said, is the priciest option on here because Tech Disc, which is really the puck attached to the disc, comes in at $300. But that is a huge investment into the future of your player's life. And I know lots of folks, especially great time to go in on it with a couple other people. Tech Disc has been revolutionary for my game because I can take a moment of like, oh, I took 15 minutes of throwing into a net where I didn't get to see the disc fly, but Tech Disc lets me know how it would fly based on the numbers and speed in it. So if you really want to shock the disc golfer in your life, definitely look at getting a Tech Disc for them. Now, they may not be able to get their hands on it immediately because I know they may be in a pre-order stage or they're trying to fulfill orders as we go, but even just a gift under the tree that shows like a picture of this being like, hey, you're getting a Tech Disc, it's going to be pretty awesome. I don't know any disc golfer that would be not excited to have one of these waiting for them under the tree in the holidays. Now, disc golf itself is a game, a sport, however you want to describe it. A fantastic hobby, a great way to spend your time. But there are games that can be made for disc golf as well to spice things up. One of the most classic being Ripped Revenge. Ripped Revenge is a card game that you can play. We have two different versions of it. You've got Ripped Revenge, which is the classic, and then Ripped Showdown, which is much more of a head-to-head type vibe. But these two are really great ways to spice up your game and your disc golf overall. You have cards like force an opponent to take the next putt with his or her eyes closed, force them to throw a mini marker on the next hole, things like that. And it's really cool because this little deck of cards can just stay inside of the bag, really cheap, really affordable, and really create some fun memories while you're out there on the course to spice up exactly what they're doing. But I think one of the low key, one of the best parts is, because it's a card game, is this Rip Revenge holder. It has 3 different slots on it, which is really great because as you're playing Rip Revenge, you're going to have cards that you've used and you're gonna have cards you need to draw. So you can have the deck in one pouch, you can have the used cards in another, and then you can use the front pouch to put your hand of current active cards, and then this whole thing just clips onto the D-ring on your bag. So you can just have this. I know for me personally, I have a Ripped Revenge deck inside one of these holders that I just keep in my car because it's a deck of cards, so it doesn't really matter. And if anytime I'm out on the course and we're like, hey, we're just going to go play a casual round, you guys want to have some fun? Let's do a ripped round. And I just walk into my car, pull this out of the glove compartment, and next thing I know, we're ready to have a good time. So really, really fun. If you just, the great stocking stuffer as well, really, really affordable. Another great option here is patches. There are a ton of different patches that are out there in the world, and disc golf patches can be a great way to accessorize your bag. You have brand specific ones, funny moments, and really just thinking about the hobbies and things that exist in your life. You can go to places like Amazon even to get patches that don't even have to be disc golf related, but lots of disc golf bags have a Velcro option on them, or they even have sew-on patches that you can do. You can do it in a variety of ways, but I know patches themselves are a great way to customize your disc golfer's bag. Now, another great option is disc golf apparel, disc golf merch. There is a ton of apparel out there. Most every single touring pro has some form of merch available somewhere on the internet. For some players like on Team Discraft, you can find it on their website. Other players like Innova players, their local shops are most likely the ones carrying that. Even here on the Robbie C channel, we have merch available over at flippydiscgolf.com. There are a multitude of creators over there that have different designs, such as like this is my tabletop design in the Robbie C collection. Comes with the Robbie C bird already built into it for the board game lovers in our life. Definitely some merch options available. Disc golf merchandise or disc golf apparel is one of the few things that like lots of disc golfers will not treat themselves to, but we all have designs and shirts that we've been looking at from a distance and we're like, ooh, I would love to own that shirt one day, especially if it's one of our favorite touring pros and things like that. I'll be honest, as disc golfers, Grandma Jean, you're watching this, most of the time, if we're trying to decide between, oh, this could be a really cool shirt to own versus I could just buy another disc, most of the time we end up buying the other disc, and that's the route we go. So disc golf shirts and apparel can be a really cool, or hats even, because I'm gonna need some protection from the sun out here. Disc golf shirts and apparel can be a super great gift that the disc golfer in your life probably would never buy for themselves, but great alternative because, gotta wear clothes out there. Now, of course, I have to talk about 2 sponsors that are near and dear to this channel and my heart, and I think also make phenomenal gifts. Another thing that disc golfers can never have enough of is towels. Towels, we're out there, we're in the mud, we're in the dirt, we're in the grass, we're in the water. There's so many things that end up trying to get on our discs. And so when they get all gunky and gross because there's something on them, grabbing a towel and being able to whoop, 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 wipe it off, wipe it clean can be super, super great. And one of my favorite towels, in fact, my favorite towel overall, is made by Flight Towel. Flight Towel is a fantastic sponsor, and you can use code 128799 at checkout, and it's going to save you a little bit. It's one of the few ways that they give discounts. But one thing I love the Flight Towel Juniors that they have, which is a full-size towel. You can see full-size towel, but they put this little mini, like the little fob in the middle of this from recycled and ground up discs that people couldn't use. So they utilize this disc, and it has a little carabiner in the middle of it, and so it doesn't hang as low, so you're not going to pick up all of the leaves and things on the ground dragging a full-size towel through. Works really great. I know personally, when I play, will clip one to my belt loop back there, make sure that it's right there. So I just always have my towel tail on me so that at any time, if I just threw a bad shot, or my putter's got a little something on it, whoop, 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 and I'm all clean. And our last item, been with us for a long time. We've been with them since the beginning. Disc Stop. Super, super cool. The putter in your life, Grandma Jean, I hate to say this because I know your grandbaby, you love them dearly. They're probably bad at putting, because let's be real, most of us are bad at putting. Disc Dot is a really cool training aid that you can use to improve your putting game. These are perhaps one of the greatest stocking stuffers out there. Also, Disc Dot has recently been made from recycled discs. The manufacturing has been switched around, so not only is it a great product, but it's helped keeping waste off of the planet for something that you get to use. Disc Dot, really, really great. What it does is it clips on a chain. You can move it on and off of the chain, move it to different chains on your practice basket when you're in the backyard. They can even keep it in their disc golf bag, and if they don't have a basket when they get to the course, just get there 15-20 minutes early, pull your disc dot out, put it on the practice basket, and allows you to focus in on sort of the Mel Gibson classic, aim small, miss small. And so as you aim in on this specific chain link, let's think about this from a 30,000 foot perspective. If I'm trying to hit this target and I miss a foot to my left, I'm still inside of the chains and I'm still going to make the putt. If you're aiming at the basket and you miss a foot to the left, well, that's a classic moment. So that's all the time that I want to take away from you from this beautiful Thanksgiving day. I hope you get back to the stuffing, the turkey. What's your favorite Thanksgiving meal? Part of the Thanksgiving meal. We'll put that down below. I know for me personally, this sounds super basic, but my grandmother actually every year for Thanksgiving makes me these cupcakes that are just for me when other people try to get a hold of them. It's been tough because I got nieces and nephews that are getting older and cuter, and they just like, oh man, Uncle Robbie, can we have one of the cupcakes? And you got to be a good uncle in those moments and be like, oh yeah, okay, you can have one. But it's personally, love the cupcakes, super grateful for your Grandma Cheryl. Let us know what your favorite part of the meal is. Once again, for almost all of these places, if a code can be used, feel free to use code RC Disc Golf. Obviously, a Flight Towel, the code's a little different. We have an opportunity for you to try and save. There are links to most everything we're mentioning down below in the comments, so feel free to go check those out. Using those links supports what we're doing here on the Robbie C channel. And I just want to say, I hope you have a great holiday and that you're able to find exactly what you're looking for that disc golfer in your life. There are things that I didn't mention on the list. Feel free to use those and leave those in the comments down below so that people watching this video can use the comment section as a resource for future viewers. As always, thank you so much for watching. We hope you have an amazing rest of your day and you can make it fantastic for someone else too. But for now, we're going to leave you with the birdie.